uh, something that really plagues us every day, and that is, we are all so bothered about the decay that we are seeing in the city. Everything is looking shabby. We are seeing debris all over the place. We are seeing polluted lakes. We've got a lot of problems in this city. And everything has to do with us. We can't keep sort of asking the government to do everything. I mean, after all, if it's Swachh Bharat, which is what we are all really, really, committed to, we all sort of accepted the fact that yes, by 2020, India must become a clean country. We must have zero open defecation. Everyone, I mean, there's no debate on that. And yet, 3 years later, if you look at what actually we are doing, we are not changing our habits. We still keep, chucking litter all over the place. We pollute our lakes. I mean, nobody seems to have any civic sense in this country.
They're making the lakes look like bathtubs with
So how do we get a sense of civic-mindedness in our society? It's very difficult, many of us try to do it, but we finally give up. Today we are taking pictures of people parking on footpaths, which shouldn't happen. We've tried all kinds of things. We take apps, we send it here, send it there. At the end of the day, you almost just give up, saying, how do we deal with all these issues?
Recently, a certain photograph has been going around in the WhatsApp that is on Hanuman Jayanti, somewhere on Mumbai-Pune road. Somebody had served a proper meal for over 100 monkeys. Have you seen this? It's been everywhere, this photograph. All of them are sitting on the parapet of the road, the bar, this thing. And somebody on banana leaves served for hundreds of these monkeys. They're all sitting in one row and all of them eating from their leaf. So someone asked me, Sadhguru, how is this possible? Have they photoshopped this? I said, no Photoshop, and then I tweeted saying, this is all it takes. If you make sure everybody is well provided for, they will get civilized. Right now, everything is scarce. When everything is scarce, people are elbowing each other and doing some nonsense. Little more space is needed for human beings. We are nice, but we are just too many. So, these are facts that you should know better than me, but in the beginning of 20th century, our number was only 1.6 billion. Today we're 7.3 billion. In India, in 1947, we were only 33 crores. Today we are 125 crores. In 70 years, 4 times reproduction, 4 times over reproduction is irresponsible. But this has not happened just because of excessive reproduction. This has happened because in 1947, average life expectancy of an Indian was 28 years. 28, you heard me? Not 78, 28.
Now it's 68, yes.
Today it is somewhere around 63, 64, which is a wonderful thing to happen. But what this means is we postponed our death. Simple arithmetic, if we postpone our death, should we not also postpone birth? There was a time on an average, most young women were getting pregnant by the time they were 15 or 16. Today, I think it's been pushed just over 20 or 19, 20, in that range, average. We have to push it to 35. Then, the first question that you raised about the gender issue, if a woman does not deliver a child till she is 35, most of the time, one thing is, she will get well educated, she will get professionally established, and maybe she will get wisdom and not have a child.
So,
Child is not a bad thing, we all were born that way. It's
wouldn't
just
be here
that
without
we are
that.
not an endangered species.
yeah.
If you were a tiger, I would say, let us have fertility clinics.
Yeah.
But you're human and you're doing too well. When I see the fertility clinics, my heart sinks because this is coming from a fanatism that only what comes out of your body can be yours. It's a fanatism. Why can't this person be yours? Why are they not yours? This is what being human means. This is what humanity means, that if you are willing, you can live here without any sense of boundary. Boundaries are not fixed upon you by nature. It is an unconscious, compulsive boundary that you're setting for yourself. That means you have not explored the dimension of being human. You are still trying to operate like a creature on the planet. If you explore the dimension of what it means to be human, you would see inclusion does not mean biology. Inclusion means consciousness. If this comes, if consciousness rises, you will see we have hundreds of couples who are Isha full-time volunteers and part-time volunteers. None of them have children, they've just chosen not to have because I'm giving them thousands of children, millions if they want, if they're ready. So where is the need to biologically identify with one child? I'm clearly noticing who is clapping and who is not, it's okay. So, I'm thinking of something very audacious for which I'll become super unpopular. I'm thinking of instituting an award for all those young women who are healthy, who are capable of having a child, but choose not to have one.
Oh, you got a good endorsement for
Because
that.
whether you realize this today or not, you think the problem is parking, you think the problem is garbage, you think the problem is healthcare. No, the problem is population. There is no other problem.